My name's Neil Malik from Knack Training, and today's video in Everyday Office is preparing for my session at Tech 17 in Tucson, Arizona. We're talking today about using the Quick Links Google Lab for Gmail. Here's the basic concept. In Microsoft Outlook, I use a tool called Search Folders in order to save a search for myself so I can go back and rerun it later. So say, for example, I was in Gmail and I ran a search for all emails from Steve Rogers. At this point, only those emails that involve Steve are still showing up on my screen. But the problem is that in order to bring back this view specifically, I'd have to rerun the search. I'd have to click in the search box and type in Steve Rogers again. So while in Outlook I have a tool called Search Folders that's built right into the tool, in Gmail I have instead the ability to enable what's called a lab. So I'm going to go to the gear in the top right hand corner and choose my settings option here in Gmail. And then I'm specifically going over to the tab pretty far across, third from the end, called Labs. Now, these are tools that different developers at Google have created over time because, they felt that it was an interesting feature, something they wanted to see added to Gmail or whatever you happen to be working on. And specifically, I'm looking for the one called Quick Links. So I'll just scroll here through the alphabetical order and find this entry called Quick Links right here. Now notice the description. It says this puts a box in the left-hand column, and what it does is it gives you one-click access to a bookmarkable URL. That's a kind of a clunky way of saying it, but right here it's good for saving frequent searches. That's the beautiful part. So I'm going to choose Enable, then scroll back up and click Save Changes. So now my Gmail has this tool available. I can find it by going to the bottom left-hand corner, clicking the little ellipsis button for my gadgets, and seeing that Quick Links is sitting right here. Now what I need to do here when I go to add a quick link is I need to create some sort of new URL. So I'm going to go up here to the search box and again run that search for Steve Rogers. At this point, you can see that my URL up here says search Steve Rogers. And so I'm just going to go over here to the left and click on Add Quick Link and call this one Steve Rogers and click OK. And now I have a link that gives me in an instant all the emails about or from Steve. I can go back to my inbox and see all my emails, and I can click on Steve Rogers and see all my searched emails. Let me go back to the inbox and run a search for Neil Malik. So these are all the emails to and from and about Neil Malik. Again, I click on Add Quick Link over here on the left-hand side, and I type in, whatever I want to call it, Neil Malik, for example. And now I can click between the search for Steve, the search for Neil, and my inbox, and just sort of bounce back and forth between the types of emails I want to see at any given moment in time.